I grew up in El Monte, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles, and I lived there until 2000 when I moved to the Bay Area.
What was your family life like?
It was middle class. My father was a mechanic and my mom was a stay-at-home mother. I had a younger sister and a younger brother, and we grew up, you know, in a very, well, not middle class. It was a pretty rough neighborhood, but my dad worked hard. We went to church every Sunday and we played sports and things of that nature. But yeah, it was a very modest upbringing. We had a good family structure. We had lots of cousins and neighbors, and so yeah, very simple life.
Why did you decide to join?
My grandfather served in World War II, and my dad served in Vietnam, and so I never thought I would join the military. I didn't think it was for me. But after researching and looking into it, I decided to join for an adventure, really. I was in the 82nd Airborne Division out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And people ask, well, you're airborne, does that mean you flew the plane? No, it means I jumped out of the plane, so yeah.
How was that experience?
It was horrible. You know, you see the video and you're very, when you're an 18-year-old boy, you feel like you can conquer the world and nothing will kill you. And when you actually get in that plane, it's pretty scary. The second time I ever flew in a plane, I had to jump out of it. I'd never flown in an airplane. I flew to basic training, and then we took a bus to Fort Benning, Georgia. So the second time I ever was in a plane, I had to jump out. It was awesome. When I got to the Middle East, it was in August in 1990, and it was 135 degrees. And if you want to know what 135 degrees is, turn your oven on, stick your head in there. It's hotter than you can ever imagine. And we knew that they had sarin gas and blood agent and nerve agent gas that would kill you in seconds. And so we had these huge rubber masks you would put over your head, and it had like a plastic that hung down to your chest. And then you would have to put on an outfit made out of charcoal so that it wouldn't get to your skin. Rubber gloves and rubber boots. And so we had to practice putting that on. And imagine 135 degrees, then you had to put that rubber mask on, and we had to drill it like 3 or 4 times a day. And then we had to stay in it for about 2 hours to see if you could handle it. And the rubber comes under your chin, and I remember my sweat would get up to my lip, and then I have to drink it. Or you drown in your mask. Or sometimes I would just open it and all the sweat would just run down your chin. And technically you're not supposed to do that because it'll kill you. So yeah, just getting ready for that was miserable. It was crazy.
Who was your commanding officer?
Henry Slinkard III, and they called him Trace. And I was all, is that short for Tracy? He's all, no, you're Mexican. Trace, like 3. I'm all, tres. Oh.
What was probably the most memorable incident?
I think one of the most memorable moments I had for me was we had a roadblock on a road, and we were looking for a red vehicle. We didn't know if it was a truck or a car, and we knew that they were shooting at Americans. So we were given orders to stop the people, and if you needed to, you had to, you know, shoot or, you know, get rid of them. It's a horrible way to say it. And so an older man got out of the vehicle, and we didn't have a translator, and so we were waiting for him, and so we pulled him out, and I felt really bad pointing a weapon at him. He looked like an older man, and he was crying, and he had his hands up, and I said, well, what's going on? You know, we couldn't, believe me, Arabic doesn't sound anything like Spanish or any language, so I had no idea what he was saying. And so he opened the trunk, and there was a carpet, but I could see somebody's feet sticking out of it. And then the translator got there, and he goes, well, this is his brother. And so he was just picking him up. And I just remember feeling really horrible about it.
Is there one important lesson you learned from your wartime experience that you'd like to share with future generations?
Yeah, I would always tell people to be as empathetic as you possibly can, to always think about other people, think about how other people live, respect other people's cultures and religions. You know, not everyone is American. Not everybody thinks the way we do, and that's okay. You know, it's all right for people to be individual and have different opinions and views, and that's what the United States was built on: different cultures and beliefs and religions, and you have freedom. And to keep those to keep those founding principles in mind whenever you look at other countries, and other cultures, and try not to be judgmental. Try to see things from other people's point of view. I think would give people a better grasp on the way the world really is.
Ed now enjoys time with his wife Isel and their 2 daughters Paloma and Leila. He works for the city of San Jose in the Parks for Recreation and Neighborhood Services Department. Also, he is an instructor at Gilroy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. On top of that, Ed is a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu and he is a 10 times world champion. Overall, we want to thank Ed for serving our country. Thank you for your great service. Also, it was with great honor to be able to meet you and produce this movie about you. Thank you.